friends. How are you? How's things? How's life? How's your world? Are you okay? Like, are you okay? For realsies, are you okay? You should let me know. I think that's a really important question that um, we don't ask enough, you know? I say, how are you at the start of every episode, but that's almost like a social norm at this point that it becomes, I don't know, it's almost flippant to ask somebody, how are you? Because they're just going to ignore you. They're just going to say, hey, I'm another day in there, or you just make up just some dumb norm social response. But that's a very different question from, are you okay? Are you okay is a very important question to ask people in your life, and I think that we should do it more often. And so I guess this is a sort of a public service announcement to let you know that if you haven't asked the people in your life if they're okay, you should, because you might be surprised at the response. This all came about just because I'm a dude, right? I'm an idiot man. I don't go to the doctor unless my arm's falling off. I could be in immense pain and I'd pretend like I wasn't. Hoorah, Marine Corps. I'm a dude. I'm that guy, right? I will power through because it's what I have to do, because I have a family and I have whatever. And it's not a healthy way to live. It really isn't. It's exhausting. And as I mentioned yesterday, Violet's going through this whole sleep change, and it's been extremely trying the last week. It's been a lot. I mean, it's been extremely trying for 4 months. Like, we've been at this thing for 4 months. We've had collectively, the two of us have had one night off in 4 months. Well, that's not fair. Her mom stayed with us a couple of times, and we stayed there one night. But we've been away from Violet for one night in 4 months, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And the other day, I was just kind of sitting on the couch. I was kind of, I don't want to say I've been having panic attacks, but I've been having some sort of reaction to her crying. There's been a decent amount of tears over this past week as we try to learn this sleep stuff. And it's just been, I've been kind of shutting down internally, just emotionally, physically, not physically, emotionally, mentally, just kind of shutting down. Like, I'm trying to work and she's screaming, and I'm thinking about taxes that I need to pay and bills that are behind, not because I don't have the money, but just because I haven't had the energy to open the freaking app and pay them or whatever. And I just was shut down. And Malia just looked at me and said, hey, are you okay? And I just had to say, no, I'm not, you know? And it was a really powerful moment between us, because it's something that I don't often project that I'm not okay. With her, I will. I feel comfortable being vulnerable to her. I feel comfortable being vulnerable to anybody, like talking. I will tell you that I'm, not okay. But I won't present it. Like, I'm not going to wear it on my sleeve and look. I'm going to present, I'm in charge, I'm, tough, whatever. But if we want to talk about it, we can talk about it. And just her asking me, hey, are you okay? Was a very powerful moment. And it made me just stop and think, no, I'm not. I'm not okay. This is not okay. I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling a lot. And we've talked a lot about that over the past few days. And, it's good. It's all good. This isn't, I don't think it would be a surprise to anybody who's ever had kids to say that I'm struggling right now. Like, duh. We all struggle at this stage of parenting. But, it's hit me a little extra hard this week. So, it's good to ask. It's really good to ask. Are you okay? And I know that most people who watch this channel are similar, middle-aged. It's also okay to ask yourself, are you okay? I just got back from a doctor appointment. I've not really had a primary care provider for most of my life. I have one. I've had one for 20 years. Same guy for 20 years. And I liked him. I like him a lot because he's one of those doctors who kind of doesn't give a shit, and he just tells you how it is and tells you how the medical system is screwed up. And, but he also works at a clinic where they don't take appointments. He doesn't tell you what you need to do. He doesn't set follow-ups. He doesn't do any pre-screening. Like, he's just like, what are you here for? What do you want to do? And then that's it. And I decided I've reached that point in my life. I'm 46, where I need to have some guidance. I need to have a doctor telling me, all right, here's what we're doing this year. Here's our checkup. Let's check on these things. How's your mental health? How's that? And so I switched care providers so that I could just go get this stuff checked up, you know? My eye doctor keeps telling me that she can see cholesterol in my eyes, so I need to have that monitored. I need to, do that regularly. I know that I'm at 45, colon screening, pancreas screenings. Those things need to happen, and we just haven't been doing it. So it's okay to ask yourself, are you okay? And you should. And you should be honest with yourself. Because there's a lot of people, especially men, who die avoidable death because they're not willing to say that they're not okay. And that's sad. There are people out there who care for every person on this planet. Has somebody out there who cares for them, even the worst, most despicable people. And taking care of ourselves and taking care of the loved ones around us is a very important thing to do. So ask yourself today, are you okay? Be honest with yourself, and if you need to, go talk to somebody about it, whether it's a care provider or it's a close personal relationship or it's a mental health person, whatever it is. And then, once you're okay, here's the thing. You got to be okay in order to help other people. Once you're okay, make sure you ask the people around you, hey, are you okay? Because you might change their day. I know my wife changed my day when she asked. It was a very, 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 very powerful moment. So I'm asking you very openly and very seriously, are you okay? Is everything okay with you right now? Don't hesitate to reach out. My phone number is on every single one of these videos. My email, my Instagram. There's lots of ways you can reach me if you need somebody to talk to. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being friends and always being here for me. I very much appreciate that. Please like the video. Please subscribe if you're new. We're trying to keep this channel growing. I very much appreciate that. I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's 1,000 plus little things happy, successful people do differently. We are learning 20 morning mantras to start the day loving people. Number 5, too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of love, all which have the potential to turn a life around. Wow, that's very fitting for today. Are you okay is one of those small acts of love.